I'd like to talk about growing a business, and as an example, let's take a cafe. Speaking recently to a cafe owner, he was talking about doing some social media to actually bring more people in. And I said, well, hey, that's great, but let's just understand whether you have the capacity and capability to actually service more people. So I said, well, how much revenue do you want to make? So we got a revenue dollar per day and divided it by the number of hours. I then asked how much the average purchase was, and we got that, and so we divided that, and then worked out how many people we had to serve in any 1 hour to get to the revenue target. I then talked about coffee, because coffee or hot drink often goes with meals, in this situation just about with most meals. So I wanted to make sure that we had the ability to do the amount of coffees to meet the revenue target. So again, we took the average price of a coffee, divided by the hours, and worked out how many coffees had to be done per hour. The interesting thing with this was that there was not enough capability to make coffees to actually get the revenue. So we worked out better systems and processes to actually produce more coffee. The interesting thing is this: the owner wanted to do social media advertising to bring more people in, but having peeled that back, they actually had people lining up at the counter waiting too long to get serviced, so were leaving. So in fact, they didn't need more customers, they just needed to convert more customers, and the bottleneck was around the till and the coffee machine. Fast forward, a couple of other discussions that we had was that the population or the clientele that were coming in, 50% of them were in the older age group. The board that had all of the menu items on was written in what I would say 10-point font, and very hard for those with glasses like myself to actually read. So when they were coming up to the counter, the blackboard was behind the till, and people had to stop, wait, and make their decision. And because the lighting wasn't particularly great, it would take them longer, and because there was so much on the menu, harder to define. So what we did is we worked out what the fast-moving items were. We highlighted those, put them on a separate board as people were lining up, and also said, if you're in a hurry, choose the cabinet food, and gave some suggestions. What this did was expedite the transaction at the till, allowed the coffee machine to work faster, and also the average sale went up through the transaction. So not only did we get more people through, we increased the sale and increased the revenue for the business. So when you often think you have a problem, make sure you're solving the right one.